Hello, it is around 8:30, December 20th, 2018, and welcome to the weather update. And we are looking at a satellite picture right now. And we're going to sit infrared satellite picture and looking at our storm that is now heading our way. Now, it's moving a little faster. So the rain is it's going to get heavy within a couple of hours. We're going to actually go and look at this radar here. And you can see there's already heavy rain that is over, looks like southern New Jersey, Maryland. Let me put this into motion here. Take a look at this telecast radar. Alright, so you can see there's heavy rain that is quickly approaching. So I think this makes it in before midnight, probably in a couple of hours, probably. Say 10 or 11 o'clock, it's probably going to start raining pretty heavy. It's just been light to moderate rain, which wound up starting around 5 o'clock or so. But it's going to get heavier, and there's plenty of rain where this is coming from. Let's just move this down a little bit here. There's plenty of rain where this is coming from, because if we look down here, you can see some really heavy stuff off the Carolinas, and this is all heading in our direction. We'll go to a slightly wider view here, so you can take a look at just how massive this storm is. Look at it, it's covering almost half the country. This is a massive storm, and you can see the moisture is coming straight up from the south into our area. So let's take a look at the models. We're looking at the 18Z runs now, the GFS, so we're going to see how it looks, and pretty much you can see that slug of heavy rain is going to probably, the worst of it's probably getting in the morning, right in the morning rush hour, say between 6, 7, 8, 9, and into 10 o'clock. It's going to be really bad. You can see that slug of moisture. Literally, look at that line. There's going to be a line that's going to form right over Long Island. Now, the focus is shifting more over Long Island again with the heaviest rain. It looks like that band set up right over the middle of the island right there. And then as we move toward the afternoon, it actually gets lighter. And then as we move into Saturday, it dries out. All right, so let's see what the GFS now has for the total accumulated precipitation. And I bet you the map looks different, and sure enough, it does. Has the worst of it over Long Island now. So parts of New Jersey into Long Island, Jersey Shore into Long Island, getting 2 inches or more, possibly 3 inches or more tomorrow. So, well, tonight into tomorrow. That's quite a bit of rain. All right. We'll go ahead and look at the dew points and see how they look as we go, and you'll see that humidity coming right up into our area tomorrow, right there. So you get to see it. I showed this before you in the other weather update, but look at that temperature too. That warm air coming straight up. And if you go and you look at the temperature anomaly, you'll see how much above normal we are. Look at those bright reds. That's really steamy air that's coming into the area on the first day of winter, which is pretty ridiculous. Let's take a look at the NAM now. So we're going to look at the NAM and see how that looks. It's a little, yes, like I said, this higher resolution here. So you can see again that we have this really heavy set of showers that's going to come through right in the morning hours. Now the NAM is a little slower with that heavier rain. Maybe brings it a little more in the afternoon. But there's going to be a line develop. It's almost like a squall line almost that's going to develop right here. And I have a feeling, let me superimpose the winds onto here, because this almost looks like some sort of boundary where this is. Yeah, it almost looks like some sort of boundary coming through. So that is going to be pretty nasty when that moves through. I've heard a lot of people were traveling today. That would probably be the wise choice. Maybe get a early start on traveling. This way you don't have to travel in this tomorrow, because it's going to be a mess. So let's take the total accumulated rainfall on the NAM, and it still focuses a little more on the west. So we have a little disagreement here. Like I said, there's a potential there for over 3 inches of rain for sure. Exactly where that's going to happen, I don't know. I say we are all at risk of that because it's hard to really pin down the exact location that you're going to see this heavy rain. I do want to look at the winds. All right, so show you those wind speeds again, because it's going to be very windy. You can see, look at this. Yeah, see that line? You see that line right there when it moves through? See there's some strong winds on the edge of that line. So this is what you're going to have as you go into tomorrow, there's going to be with those heavy showers, there's going to be some very strong winds that are going to accompany with. And there could be, of course, thunderstorms also in there, too. So thunder and lightning could be in there. Yes, for the first day of winter, I know. It's crazy. It is crazy. Let's go to the next model, which is the HRRR model. Let's look at the 23Z run. This is more of a rapid updating model, but it only goes out 18 hours. But it should give us enough of an idea of what's going to happen. So let's take a look at its radar interpretation. So you can see it doesn't have that line, the HRRR, but I still think that line could form. And like I said, it doesn't really go far out enough, so I'm not going to go to the complete totals on that. Let's go look at the RGEM model. Let's take a look at that. And see, look at this. So the RGEM seems to focus more of the heavy rain over New Jersey. So it all depends on where this belt of heavy rain develops. Is it going to be over New Jersey? Is it going to be over Long Island? Are we all going to get into it? But like I said, I think every part of this area is going to see some really strong winds tomorrow and heavy rain. So it's going to be almost like a tropical storm on the first day of winter, which is insane considering. It's a little slower with moving the precipitation out the RGEM. And that's the RGEM. So we'll go ahead and look at the HDRPS run here and see. This is a little... Yeah, it seems like I'm leaning toward it developing more over New Jersey just because that seems to be where the higher temperatures are. And that's going to give the energy for some of these heavy cells. But they could pop up anywhere. You can see, look at that. And then there's some also heavy stuff on the backside over here, too. Right over here, it looks like some heavy precipitation. Let's see what the total rainfall is on this one. Yeah, it keeps it more over New Jersey again. So, like I said, we have to keep an eye on it. Bottom line is, it's going to be ugly tomorrow. Let's just go to Ventus Sky. Again, I'm going to go to this Ventus Sky. You can see already the wind's starting to pick up here on the Ventus Sky. And I'm going to keep this going with the temperatures here. As you can see here, it's going to show the wind. Let's go into tomorrow, because I really want to look at the wind here. It shows, well, we're looking at the temperatures right now. You can see the temperatures coming up. But I want to look at the wind speed. We'll look at sustained winds, all right? Not too bad. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Let's go to 7 a.m. 9 a.m. All right, they're starting to come up now. So you look at that, they're starting to come up now. These are sustained winds around 20 miles an hour. Here, see that line right there? Is that line right here? There's a line right here. You can see it. Some kind of boundary over here. So when this boundary moves through, I think what it's going to do is it's going to cut off a lot of deep moisture. And maybe we will be out of the heavy rain by the afternoon. At least that's what I'm hoping. Some models are indicating that, some are not. This is the wind speed, but let's look at the wind gusts. Alright, so we still have some pretty high wind gusts, up to 42 miles an hour. By the afternoon, though, they settle down. But when we go back to the morning hours, you'll see we have wind gusts at 34. Some wind gusts here up to 40. So the winds are probably going to start picking up. Oh, yeah, right on even 5 a.m. they're up. So let's see. Yeah, they're starting. They start in actually. Yeah, it has the wind starting in. It's already probably going to start in along the Jersey Shore after midnight, and then as we go to 4 a.m., the winds are going to start impacting Long Island and New York City. And then as we go to 9 a.m., we have the winds impacting Long Island. So yeah, you can see this really strong, and you see this boundary right here again. You see this boundary right here, and that's where the showers are. If we can, I don't think we can do that, overlay the radar. Yep. Alright, I have to go back. It went back to the precipitation, yeah, because that's the current radar. Alright, so if we look at the precipitation alright, let's do that. Alright, here we go. This kind of is going to show a little more as to what's going on. So you can see that heavy band of rain that develops 4 a.m. Here it is over Jersey. All right, then 10 a.m. a heavy band starts impacting us, and this is the line right here. And actually, you could see that it shows the wind and This isn't really. This is like where the heaviest rain is going to be, and you could sort of see that there's like a zone that passes through. I guess we can't go in between. We can't go in between 10 and 1, but you could sort of see that zone that forms right there. It's like a convergence zone, and that's probably what's going to enhance the precipitation. All right. I'm very curious to see. I'm going to move this to 10 o'clock here for the evening. We can move it till 7. See, the worst of it will even be over by 7, I think, except for Suffolk County. But I'm going to move this in here, and we're going to see what. Yeah. Let's see what it's forecasting for total rainfall amounts. So it has 1, 2 inches, has lighter amounts. This isn't as accurate as some of the other models. I'm just trying to use every possible outcome for the storm. And the other thing, waves. We got to look at wave heights too. Take a look at this. The waves are going to be very high during this event. So you could have some coastal flooding. You'd see you got some 12-footers out there. Look over here. Probably some 20-footers out on the open ocean. Probably down here. Probably 13. Let's see. Oh yeah. Approaching 20 feet. So they're very high surf. There's going to be some beach erosion. So that will be the weather update for at this time, but I'll have some more as the storm gets closer and as things start getting heavy. I'll probably have another one sometime in the morning. I'll try, because this is going to be a big storm for our area. There's going to be significant impacts to everybody. Anyway, that's going to conclude this weather update. Take care.